morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning and welcome to the First Universalist Church of Yarmouth. A very warm thank you this morning to Annie Vinicota for our gathering music. Annie, we're so glad you're with us today. Yay! My name is Larissa Sellers. I'm a worship assistant on our worship council, and I'm so glad to be greeting you this morning. A warm welcome to all of you who are gathered here in our sanctuary, as well as to our friends who are joining us virtually on Zoom. After an extremely busy and hectic fall, followed by a hectic holiday season, the First Universalist Board of Trustees decided to give Hillary, Gwen, and Sam a much-needed break in early January. They are working as usual during the week, but are not preparing for or delivering the first 2 Sunday services in January, today and January 12th. Instead, your worship council invites you to join us as we explore this month's theme, Living Love Through the Practice of Story. At First Universalist, our mission is to explore our faith, embrace this community, and to engage the world as spiritual seekers. May we take these words to heart. If this is your first time at First Universalist, welcome. We invite you to fill out a connection card located in front of you in your pew so we may connect you with programs here that interest you. You can drop this in the offering plate when it is passed later in our service. For those joining us with young children, nursery care is available during our service for babies and toddlers. Our nursery care is located out this side door and down the hallway on the left. Next Sunday, January 12th, members of First U will be sharing stories with you as we continue January's theme of story. Reverend Hillary will be back in the pulpit on January 19th, the Sunday of the weekend when we celebrate Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Most importantly, I do want to make sure that you all understand that you are invited after today's service to join us in the gathering room for a pancake breakfast. Yay! A lot of members of the worship council have made pancakes, many kinds, and there will be real maple syrup. That's very important. Okay? All right. And now, please rise as you are able and join members of our choir in singing hymn number 118, This Little Light of Mine.
We're going to tag it at the end, so we'll say this, let it shine twice. Okay?
This Good morning, everybody. Happy Pancake Breakfast Day. If any kids or kid at heart want to come down and light the chalice with me and say the chalice lighting words, you're welcome to do so now. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's see if I'm able to light this very well. All right, who remembers our chalice lighting words? What is it?
We light our chalice in peace and friendship.
All right, thank you. And the Children's Chapel and Junior Youth Group will be meeting downstairs earlier in this session, so we are going to do our children's blessing. We are Unitarian, Universalists, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. Come on down, kiddos.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Story Month. Today's theme is a news story. And to start out this wonderful month, I have a poem, which is almost like a prayer, and many poems are indeed, by the Reverend Dr. David Breeden. The Reverend Doctor is senior minister of the First Unitarian Society in Minneapolis. Their mission as congregational humanists is to foster a free search for knowledge and meaning, strive for justice, and serve one another. Sound familiar? The poem is called A Day Unwritten. We're going to read it twice. I'll read it once myself. Then I'll ask all of you to repeat after me each of the lines as we go through that. As you like. The Day Unwritten. Welcome to a new story. Welcome to a day unwritten. We gather to speak of possibility. We remember the losses, we celebrate the victories. We embrace the possible over the probable, weaving a story of hope. Join us in the new story. Join us in the day unwritten. Join us in the future of possibility. Now together. Welcome to a new story.
Welcome to a new story.
Welcome to a day unwritten.
Welcome to a day unwritten.
We gather to speak of possibility.
We gather to speak of possibility.
We remember the losses, we celebrate the victories.
We remember the losses, we celebrate victories.
We embrace the possible over the probable. Weaving a story of hope. Join us in the new story. Join us in the day unwritten. And join us in the future of possibility. Thank you. It's beautiful. Now, you may stand as you can, or as your soul would like to. And join me in the unison affirmation. I guess I should have said, or in body or spirit. We are united in seeking to increase love with justice and to constitute a free church open to all people, mindful of our past, drawing on modern knowledge. We respond to the spiritual needs of persons and are devoted to common good in community, nation, and world. We cherish the integrity of each individual and search for truth and reason as our guide. We respect differences of opinion and strive to be a democratic community. We are concerned with this world and open to the future. Now for the offering of our gifts.
Today's half plate offering, for those of you who may not know, we take half of today's offering and it is given to a nonprofit organization or some other entity that is dear to our purpose. So today's half plate offering will be shared with Maine Boys to Men. This organization engages men and boys in advancing gender equity and creating safer communities for all. They offer unique experiential workshops to address the development of boys in the context of their relationships and cultural environments, families, schools, community organizations, and peer culture as the key agents of change in the lives of boys. Please support their courageous commitment to end male violence and self-harm. For those in the sanctuary this morning, we will be passing the offering plate to one another. For those gathered with us online, you are invited to make your offering using the donate button in the order of worship or by dropping a check in the mail. Thank you for your generosity.
The song this morning is something Arnie and I put together, and I wanted to announce that this is, after a 65-year hiatus, this is Arnie's first trip back to the stage. Did they take your reading?
My name is Ann Turner. I'm another member of the Worship Council. And our reading today is by Richard Wagamese. He is an Ojibwe Canadian author and journalist from the Wabaseemoong Independent Nations in northwestern Ontario. He writes, "In the dark depths of winter nights, spirits slumber too and allow their stories to be told. These are the storytelling moons, elders and storytellers who have been given tales to carry, speak softly, reverentially, and the people hear them. The people do not merely listen, they hear. To hear is to have a spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical reaction to the words that are spoken. Sometimes, at very special times, you have all four reactions and are changed forever. Share stories. Fill cold nights with the warmth of your connections, your relationships. Hear each other and be made more. That is the power of storytelling." We invite Debbie Woodbury to come and tell us a story. One of the things that we took on as a project last spring, I believe, was we invited folks to write some stories about family and all the joys and concerns of parenting and family. And those have been published, or they will be published, but we've been collecting them, and it'll be made available to folks. Some of our stories in this week and next week will be from that zine, and Debbie is the first.
Yipes. Okay. Thank you, Anne. And thank you for letting me or inviting me to share my poem. So again, last summer when Gwen invited anyone in the congregation to submit a piece of writing on the joys and sorrows of parent-child relationships, my mind went back to the journals that I used to keep when my boys were growing up. And the entry I kept coming back to was from a written observation made in the moment on a snowy day in 1999 as I watched my then 3-year-old son try to keep up with his brothers as they played in the wet snow in our backyard. I have since turned the observation into a poem. When my now 29-year-old read it, he said, "Mom, it made me laugh all the way through," and he agreed that I could share it. He's still that fiercely independent, lovable boy, now all grown up and as precious to me as ever, as are my other 2 boys. And I titled the poem, "Capturing Joy." The pull of frozen slush that is our backyard must be magnetic. From the kitchen window, I watch the boys take running starts, building the momentum they need to dive into snow tubes that send them sailing across the soggy mess of our backyard. Over and over again, this ritual is repeated as they run and dive and sail, drenching every layer of clothing, and they love it. Soon, Matthew cannot handle the soak. His 3-year-old body barely makes it to the back door. He lumbers along, negotiating his way through the heavy, wet snow, weaving like a miniature drunken snowman in blue. He trips and cries as his sopping hat slumps over his eyes, and his runny nose won't stop leaking. He is cold and miserable, but determined to make it by myself. Now, 10 minutes later, he has maneuvered through the garage, up the mountain of back stairs, and finally into the back hall, where he has peeled off his heavy wetness of his snowsuit, and left it in one dripping pile in the middle of the floor. At once, he is transformed into Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. He yells to me, "I don't want to wear socks, Mommy." "Why not?" "Because I just don't." "Okay, then wear your slippers." Now he paddles to my desk, dragging his sweats to where I am sitting. He plops down on the floor. "See, Mommy? Mommy, are you listening? I can put my pants on like this because the tag is on the bottom, right, Mommy? Hey, Mommy, see these tractors on my slippers? They're dumping dirt. And Mommy, I like having you. And Mommy, I like having Sam and Ben too, and Daddy." Now he clambers up the arm of the couch to a wobbly standing position. "Watch this, Mommy, watch how I can jump." "Matthew, be careful." Next, he spots a book on the coffee table. "See how I can pick up this big book? It's really heavy, Mommy." "Matthew, please don't take out my bookmarker." "Matthew, you just pulled out my bookmarker." "Oh, sorry, Mommy. Where was it? Was it right here?" Pausing now from the distraction of my journal, I capture him in a giant hug to slow him down, if just for a moment. And because I can't resist his enduring sweetness, we snuggle in to read a story.
Please rise for our closing hymn, "There is More Love Somewhere."
There is more love.
Please join us in saying our unison benediction, which is printed in your order of worship. For those who come here seeking God, may God go with you. For those who come embracing life, may life return your affection. And for those who come to seek a path, may they be found, and the courage to take it step by step. And now it's time for pancakes.
Real syrup.